Вітаю, пані і панове.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, welcome everyone here in the audience and online. On behalf of organizers, the International Society for International Cooperation, GIZ, Ministry of Digital Transformation, and the Office for Development of Entrepreneurship and Export. I'm Vladislav Kanelin. I am Deputy Head of the project Digital Transformation for SMEs in Eastern Partnership countries. I'm happy to be your moderator today. We are very grateful to our defenders for that we are now able to organize these events here in relative safety. But the price is too high, and now I invite everyone to join into the minute of silence to commemorate everyone fallen in this aggressive war.
Дякую.
Thank you. I believe that many people here remember our previous event at the end of 2023 when we presented the capacities of Digital Europe program. We were speaking about European digital innovation hubs, but rather in the context of what that is, what the composition of the consortium may be, the functions that may be delegated. Today we are also going to discuss capacities of Digital Europe program, but also about some results of Ukraine within the program, and of course we will speak about the European digital innovation hubs that have already started working. Let me briefly introduce the program, the agenda. So we will hear welcome addresses from the Ministry for Digital Transformation, the European Commission. Afterwards, we will have a set of presentations from the national contact point, from the stakeholders in the program, and from European digital innovation hubs. So let's start. And we start with a video address of Vice Prime Minister for Innovation, Education, Science and Technology, Minister for Digital Transformation, Mr. Fedorov. I welcome all participants and partners at presentation of results of the EU program Digital Europe. This is an important initiative that offers new opportunities for innovation development of Ukraine. Due to the program, our country received access to funding of state-of-the-art digital projects, the opportunity to integrate into the European infrastructure support for SMEs in the field of technologies. Today, Ukraine is already using these opportunities to develop digital innovations. Also, the program contributes to development of joint digital space with EU, digital identification signature development of technologies that brings us closer to our joint digital future. The focus is on support for Ukrainian innovations and scaling them up. We've introduced the strategy for development of digital innovations of Ukraine, win-win with the partners. We're developing civil and military technologies, implement new solutions, and we are working to develop AI. And we want Ukrainian companies to not only use the technologies, but also create a state-of-the-art and disruptive digital solutions. Thank you to the EU for your support. I'm sure that our cooperation will help speed up implementation of the technologies that are changing the world, and we are looking forward to more. Glory to Ukraine. Glory to heroes, and thank you, Minister, for support in implementing the program. And these are not all the welcome words from the ministry. We pass the floor to Deputy Minister for European Integration, Ms. Valeria Yonan. Happy to welcome you. And today we present results of Digital Europe program, and we are going to share success stories. As mentioned by Mikhailo, innovations by and by are becoming our national idea. And despite all the challenges and the full-scale Russian aggression, we continue building the most comfortable digital state in the world, we continue implementing technologies, we continue implementing innovative solutions. Digitalization has become like a culture in Ukraine. Dia application has 22 million users who have access to 28 digital documents and more than 40 services. And on Dia portal, there are 6 million citizens who receive more than 130 digital services. The ecosystem Dia has become an integral part for Ukrainians for their life, and we are in the lead of digital transformation. We are proud of that. In 2022, Ukraine signed the agreement on participation in Digital Europe program, and in 2023, the Office for Development of Entrepreneurship and Export became the focal point for the program in Ukraine. The total fund of the program is 7.5 billion euros. Until 2027, 6 billion allocated for financing the pillars accessible for Ukraine. Developing and enhancing computing capacity, AI, data, cloud services, digital skills, use of technology in economy and in the society. Participation in the program has made it possible for Ukraine to have new opportunities. We increase competitiveness of SMEs in the market. We implement new technologies and innovations. Participation in the program contributed to the implementation of European standards, bringing Ukraine closer to the EU market. EU countries are planning to launch the system of e-documents by 2026. Ukraine has joined into developing the European digital wallet, and in this way we have made another step in the framework of potential project in Warsaw. We successfully tested compatibility of e-documents with prototypes of the wallets for EU identification, and our counterparts checked how that works in Dia together with EU mobile applications. We are proud that participants of the pilot project emphasize that how successfully and efficiently Dia is working at the international level. European Commission also allocates 4.5 million euros for Ukrainian network of European Centers for Digital Innovations for the period of 4 years till 2027. One of the key objectives of this innovation hubs is contributing to development and digital maturity of regional businesses. We really aspire to implement this wide-scale digital transformations to help businesses increase the level of digital maturity and help maximize operational efficiency. So for that sake, we hope to have access to best practices, experience, contacts, and membership in the European membership in the European network of innovation hubs, more than 150. And here let me express gratitude to your participation, to partners for cooperation and support. Thank you so much to the European Commission. Also, we are grateful to the German government, in particular GIZ project, SME digitalization and Eastern Partnership. Thank you for expertise and for ongoing support. And to end, let me say that in 2019 we started developing the digital state from scratch basically, and now we are ready to share this experience with other countries, and we will continue doing that, so together for the better future. Thank you, Valeria. And thank you for everything that you are doing to promote innovations and digitalization in our country. And now we are going to have a video connection from European Commission, Marcin Jaskowski, the specialist for innovation and policy in the field of AI.
Yes, hello, dobrego dnia. Unfortunately, that's all my Ukrainian, so I will speak the rest of the presentation in English. So can you show the slides, or I should just speak?
Just a moment.
Okay, it's coming. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, if you can go to the next slide. Thank you. So you know we are now on the brink of the technological revolution. You can see that AI is everywhere. Like, you know, whatever you read in the newspapers, whatever you need online, everywhere there is AI, artificial intelligence, which is a very hot buzzword, and it's used by everybody. And as European Union, European Commission, we also have to take a step to participate in this race, to get artificial general intelligence and to make artificial intelligence trustworthy and useful for people. And that's this is what we do now in European Commission. We do it through a few things, like, I'm working in the AI office, which is the office which is making sure that the things which I just described happen. We also use AI factories, we use test and experiment facilities and few others, and also European Digital Innovation Hub Network, which now is a very popular topic. It was mentioned by our President Ursula von der Leyen, and it's now opening in Ukraine, which is very good news, and we welcome you in the network. It's not easy because there is a lot of challenges which we have to face, but I'm sure that we will manage. And now if you can go to the next slide. Yeah, this is the next one. As you can see, the network is vast already. There are 37 countries participating in the network, 27 EU member states, 3 associated countries which came first, Norway, Iceland, and Liechtenstein, and now 7 new associated countries, among them Ukraine. We welcome you all on board. As you can see, it's a vast organization. It's almost 250 European digital innovation hubs, almost 170 funded by Digital Europe program, which use 36 types of technologies in 40 sectors and using 11 thematic working groups. You can also see that there is almost 90% of EDIs which use AI-related services, which are innovation and networking, support to find investment, test before invest, and training employees and companies to use AI and other technologies better. And digitalization is important, and you can see that without technology, the growth, GDP growth, especially economic growth, and happiness of people is limited, because now all the competitiveness is based on technology. So that's why, again, I welcome you in the network of EDIs, European, and I'm glad that you joined. And I will tell you a few more things on the next slide, what will happen next. If you can go to the next slide. Thank you. So in the next months, we will have 2 more calls. Like, two topics are dedicated to the new associated countries, among them Ukraine. One of them is Moldova and Bosnia-Herzegovina, and the second is the call for new currently seals of excellence, which could be joining the European network and become the fully, funded as the others, European Digital Innovation Hubs. And for Ukraine, it's 6 seals of excellence. And for them, we have a budget which is almost 4 million euros for the following 3 years. And you can see that there are these 6 seals of excellence, European Digital Innovation Hubs, which we will gladly welcome on board. And what is the timeline of this exercise? The call will open on 15th of April. Then there will be few months until beginning of September to submit the proposals. We will have around few months for the evaluation, which will be ready by the November this year. And we will announce the winners and participants. And finally, the grants will be signed in February next year. So this is the timeline, and we will definitely encourage you to participate, to join us, because the network needs more people, and it shows that actually cooperation, collaboration, and even across borders, if we want to work together, we can do it and make sure that the European Digital Innovation Hubs network is growing and it works for the companies, which currently there are already something like a few dozen thousand companies, which were held by the European Digital Innovation Hubs, and they usually appreciate, they really like the services which are delivered, and they can embark on the mission to digitize the companies and become more competitive. Thank you and good luck, and I hope that you will manage to join the network and cooperate with other hubs and to deliver services to the companies which definitely need them. Thank you.
Thank you much, and we definitely appreciate the support and opportunities which are provided by European Commission to our country. And I believe only with innovative approaches and a strong will, we could really make a big difference. А зараз я маю честь запросити до вітального слова
And now the floor goes to Head of Section for Public Finance, Business Support and Social Policy EU Delegation to Ukraine, Mr. Heinrich Whitfield.
I also want to welcome you on the behalf of the EU delegation here in Ukraine to this event, and I think it's very important and I hope useful event to get a better understanding of the Digital Europe program and the opportunities that come from that. So we get a taste of that now from my colleague from DG Connect, who was describing how the European Digital Innovation Hubs will function going forward. So, but I also want to then, of course, thank a colleague from the Ministry of Digital Transformation and the GSAT and the Entrepreneurship and Export Promotion Office, Apple, for organizing this event and inviting us here today. So I think this is clear. So it's clear that we are living in the era of digitalization, and as Martin was saying, this is a priority for the EU as well, and for the past and also the current European Commission. So, and I think this is an area where Ukraine is very advanced. So I think we can both benefit from cooperation closer within this framework, and I think it's very encouraging to see how the digital innovation has continued in Ukraine even during these very difficult times that you're going through, and we should build on that going forward and looking at the recovery and also further integration with the European Union. So, and it's clear that Ukrainian innovation in this area also can benefit the EU, and but there are of course still topics and areas where they will be mutual beneficiaries. So, and I think this is exactly where the Digital Europe program is of interest for Ukraine. It's a global EU initiative on bringing digital technologies to business, public, and the government administration. So the program is allocated more than 8 billion funding for this multi-annual financial program 2021-2027. And it's focusing on issues that were presented here now by Martin on artificial intelligence, cyber resilience, and advanced digital skills, and also spreading the latest digital technologies to in social and economic environments. But and not least, what we're now presenting focus on specifically on SMEs. That is the basis of every economy or economic growth, and not least in Ukraine going forward when we're talking about further integration with the EU. So and for that, the European Digital Innovation Hubs Network will serve an important part to coordinate and facilitate interaction with European actors. So with that, I would take stock on where Ukraine are and try to bring in the Ukraine talent and innovative spirit within these difficult times, within the framework of the EU family, and to build upon that, and hope that EU and Ukraine will remain strong partners in this area going forward. So thanks a lot.
Thank you, Henrik. Thank you for all contributions the delegation is doing and for all the activities. I think that there are no one in this room who didn't heard about such programs as EU4Business, or EU4Skills, and of course, many others. So, на цьому завершується блок.
So now we are done with our welcoming remarks, and we start with presentation. And the first presentation will be on the Digital Europe contact point and achieved results. So I kindly invite Tam Granko, the Deputy Head of Export and Business Development Office. Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm really happy to speak before you today about opportunities of Ukrainian businesses and organization in digital area. Ukraine is already on its journey towards European digital space, and one of the most important steps on this path is the Digital Europe program where we applied back in 2022. This program will last until 2027. And the main purpose of this program is to support and implement digital technologies, ensure access to digital infrastructure, increase competitive edge of small and medium businesses, contribute to development of digital businesses, and improvement of cybersecurity of small and medium enterprises. So programs available for Ukrainian businesses were funded with 6 billion euros. Some of the areas where Ukrainian companies may apply include, I'm sorry, someone's asking me to move to other side so people can see the screen. It's a high performance calculations, artificial intelligence, digital skills, information technologies, and semiconductors. Small and medium enterprises, public organizations, NGOs, educational establishments, governmental authorities and local authorities are eligible to receive funding. Right now, Ukrainian businesses and organizations have access to only one funding format. It's grants for implementation of high-performance calculations and educational establishments up to 10 million euros. But all these grants are of cyclical natures and they are updated periodically. For example, we expect the next update, the next call for proposal later this month. Also, as Valeria Ioan mentioned previously, the Entrepreneurship and Export Promotion Office was appointed the national contact point in 2024. Now we act as a kind of facilitator between our local organizations and the European Commission. As a national contact point, Entrepreneurship and Export Promotion Office is responsible for promotion of EU digital policies, raises awareness about active programs to apply to, and provides advisory support for our organization. So over the course of the time where the office has been a national contact point, we have already did a lot of work. We have created a digital Europe page on Diia.Business. We have created a landing with open calls for proposal, and we have also published 11 articles with information about how to apply to the program. We have organized and facilitated 15 workshops, online workshops, provided a number of free of charge consultations, published over 70 initiatives, and conducted 7 large-scale presentations for CDTO, for regional military administrations, and other stakeholders. Also, let me focus a little bit on these free of charge consultations. They are available at Diia.Business. One consultation lasts for 30 minutes and it's accessible both online and offline. So all stakeholders may get access to all the relevant information about the process of application to Digital Europe platform, and the consultants will be able to advise you on the programs most suitable for your specific needs. Also, there is a lot of useful information about Digital Europe available during online workshops, which are available if you follow the link on QR code. Also, all national contact points are connected by international consortium. Right now, it's present in 14 countries. Also, as part of this consortium, the office is implementing some activities. During the time of our membership, we have already creating the identity visibility for this consortium. We have created as an email template for circulation of our newsletters. We have also conducted a training for European partners on email communications to spread information and raise awareness about the Consortium and Digital Europe program. And we also traveled to Belgium for networking, experience and best practice sharing as part of this program. Our objective is to prepare communication materials and information bulletin, monthly online meetings where we discuss our further plans as part of this project and as well as development of the communication strategy. Therefore, I kindly encourage organizations and companies to use this amazing opportunity to strengthen Ukrainian businesses. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Anton. Yes, indeed, you have already achieved some amazing results, and very soon, in late March, new calls for proposals will be open. So, dear participants joining us offline and online, please pick a call for proposal and sign up for a consultation to get that more information and data. So what are some of the preliminary results? We will learn more about it during our next presentation. So I kindly invite our next speaker, Olga Krevska, Director of the Directorate for European and Euro-Atlantic Integration and International Cooperation. Hello, greetings, dear participants. So Ukraine joined the Digital Euro program back in 2022. The program itself started in 2021 and will continue until 2027. For us, it's basically the midterm. So we decided to summarize some of the intermediary outcomes and results just to analyze some lessons learned. And this is the reason why we have included this component into the agenda of our today event. So the main budget until 2027 is a bit over, total budget is a bit over 8 billion euros. And here, actually, since the program was funded, there was another added component, semiconductors. So if you followed our previous announcement, you probably already know that this difference is about new strategic goal of this program, semiconductors. And if we talk about amounts Ukraine has received over the course of these 2 years, it's 7.2 billion euros, 6.3 out of which is allocated for funding of small and of SMEs. So this is actually the funding our participants have received from the European Union budget. The total budget for this project is 14.4 billion euro, because, as you know, the funding is done based on 50% per 50% basis. So 19 grant agreements were signed with including Ukrainian representatives, and total number of these grant contracts is 75 institutions and organizations from Ukraine. And as for success and performance of this program, the success rate is over 30%. So every third application submitted by consortium with involvement of Ukrainian participants is successfully accepted. And if we talk about top 10 organizations that have received the largest amount of financial support from the European Union, so you see the info about this information from official dashboard of the European Commission about Digital Euro program participants. Here you see Dia, Association Lviv Cluster of Informational Technologies and Business Services, Top Town Host, Police National University, National University Chernihiv Polytechnics, Ukrainian National Technical University, Sikorsky Kyiv Polytechnical University, Public Association Kharkiv Cluster of Information Technologies, Kyiv National Economic Institute, and IT Events Promotions LLC. So we take a look at the percentages and the categories of applicants. We see that educational establishments, universities definitely account for the highest share in the statistics. So if we talk about some of the upcoming calls for proposals, the program activities follow the working program. It's a working document approved by the member states of the European Union, and the next document is drafted for 2025-2027. We already have some information that member states successfully approved this document, but the final version will be published in the next few days. And if we talk about the draft program reviewed by associated countries, including Ukraine, we see that until the end of the program, there are 4 waves of calls for proposals expected. 2 waves this year, and next another wave in 2026 and another in 2027. Here you see approximate timeframes, approximate schedules. Let me reiterate, the program is not yet finalized, but this is a preliminary schedule of calls for proposals. Approximate date for submission of proposals, assessment of proposals, execution of grant contracts. And if we take a look at the amounts, these amounts are not yet finalized, but we see a trend towards decrease of annual funding with every next year of the program. And if we take a look at the top priority areas for European Union, where this funding will be mostly allocated, so it's mostly AI. Even within the context of creation European innovation digital hubs, the main priority, the main focus will be on the AI. It's also digitalization of governmental services, online security, and digital skills. And if we talk specifically about calls for proposals for creation of European Digital Innovation Hub, we know that Ukraine has already joined the network of European Digital Innovation Hub, and today we have representatives of these organizations, Ukrainian organizations representing this hub, this network in Ukraine, joining us offline and online, and approximate amounts the European Union is willing to allocate to Ukraine for creation of such organizations is around 3 million euros. Preliminary. According to preliminary estimation, between 1 and 3 hubs may be created in Ukraine based on this hub funding, and the call for proposal for creation of such hubs may be open in April next year, and in February next year we expect execution of the grant contracts. Another important element we are planning to join, and we work really proactively in this area, is EU cyber backup. When Ukraine just joined the Digital Europe program, the cybersecurity and trust component was locked for associated countries, including Ukraine. But at the end of last year, the Cyber Solidarity Act was approved, which actually opens access for associated countries to this program. And right now we have access to the Cyber Goal and EU Cyber Reserve. So right now we are working on implementation of relevant changes to the agreement and participation in the Digital Euro program, and we expect that until the end of the year, Ukraine will finally get access to this initiative. So what this initiative is? The purpose of this initiative is to strengthen cybersecurity in the European Union, and the Cyber Reserve consists of the incident response services which may intervene upon request of the member states and associated countries or EU institutions if there is a serious or large-scale cyber incident. It's something very important for us because we all clearly understand that amidst a full-scale Russian invasion, the matter of cybersecurity is of utmost importance for all industries, because Ukraine is a digital state indeed, and it's essential for us to maintain our keep our cyber defense. So basically that's it from me. Please pay attention that all the assistance in terms of preparation to the calls of proposals and announcement of the call of proposals can be get at our national contact point presented by the previous speakers. The Ministry of Digital Transformation is responsible for general coordination of Ukraine's participation in the Digital Europe program, but more practical cases, more practical details, including submission of applications and search for partner for joint grants, is something up to our national contact point. So we will be happy if you build successful cooperation with them and with the Ministry of Digitalization. Thank you so much. Thank you, Olga. I'm pretty sure that after this presentation, the number of applications with the national contact points will increase dramatically. But maybe we still have some who are skeptical about participation in this program. So the next presentation is specifically for you. It's a successful story of participation in the Digital Europe program, and we invite Mr. Ilya Rodin. Mr. Ilya, please, the floor is yours. Hello, everyone. My name is Ilya Rodin. I'm a Chief Solution Architect at Dia State Enterprise, and I'm happy to present the story of Dia participation in the Digital Europe program before you. We have received a grant from the European Commission for development of our national digital hub and the means of identification. First of all, let me give you a little bit of details about our consortium, potential consortium Ukraine is a party to. And let me tell you a bit about our development. Potential consortium is focused on development of the European digital wallet, which will enable the citizens of the European Union and all association countries, so we talk about 19 EU member states and Ukraine, to open bank accounts online, to have constant access to their driver license, using mobile phone, use qualified digital signature, use digital prescriptions, etc. As part of our consortium, we have 6 cases. Access to public services based on such documents, opening of bank accounts, registration of mobile phone number, usage of MBL, mobile driver license, and use of digital signature and digital prescriptions. So today, as part of our consortium, we have developed 3 documents. The first document is PID. Basically, it's like a digital passport to be used in this environment, a mobile driver license and the certificate of the place of residence. And based on these documents will enable our citizens and EU citizens to get access to digital services. It's also very important to note that the very philosophy behind this wallet and documents is a bit different from what we know. It's not based on document, but it's based on the set of digital attributes. So sometimes you don't need to submit the whole document in order to receive the service. You may just need some specific attributes, and it's not a problem at all.
So you just need to indicate the fields. So about the application to participate in grant funding was submitted by us within the consortium, voluntary consortium of public and private organizations of the EU. European Commission considered the application of Ukraine in the framework of the general assessment of the process of candidate countries. And this process includes analysis of reforms, achievements, and compliance with EU criteria. In particular, the European Commission assesses the progress of sectoral integration, use of internal resources, and implementation of the European legislation. On the part of Ukraine, the partners include state enterprise Diia, but also state enterprise e-health and commercial partners Kyivstar, Ukrsbank, e-Hetman. So adoption of funding was confirmed by voting of members of the consortium after the capacities of Diia were demonstrated in Paris in summer. We showed the opportunities for Diia for opening bank account with its help, e-signature, and the flow of digital document use. The voting regarding our participation took place, and the positive factor is that was unilateral support, unanimous support, and the allocation of the budget is more than 2 million euros, and this is one of the biggest ones among the participating states. And the number of cases that we undertook to implement with our partners, we decided to take all the 6 use cases. The specific feature of the grant is that 50% of all costs for development is covered by the budget of the European Commission, and 50% is supposed to be invested from the own budget of the enterprise. This budgeting conditions also relate to our partners and the contractors who are involved. And of course, we are supposed to report on all the funds. We submit progress reports, and we participate in various test events and so on and so forth. Now, regarding reporting, we need to keep in mind that every announcement on holding the tender for grant funding is included in the manual, which sets clear conditions for obtaining the grants and the reporting requirements. So it is important to attentively look through the document, and also it's important to collaborate with partners who have experience of work with European tender partners. We are now already completing the last but one before beta testing phase of participation in the project. The testing is supposed to be completed in summer this year. Then it will be implemented in the country, and by the end of 2026, it is expected that it will be implemented, that it will be rolled out to the territory of the EU. And to wrap up, let me mention that ED wallet is the future. This is something that will make it possible for our citizens to manage their digital data safely and quickly. And due to participation in the consortium and in the project, the Ukraine is approaching digital visa-free regime, and that will enhance the opportunities for integration. This is not just about the dialogue with the European transformations, but also about our contribution and participation there. Thank you for your attention. Thank you, Illa. I believe there is nothing more convincing than success stories. So, thank you. And now we are going to pass the floor to the next speaker, Maite Karaseda, Funding Box, and they are ready to share their experience and insights and recommendations for participation in the program. The floor is yours.
Hello, good morning. Thank you for having me today here. I'm going to share our experience at Funding Box with the program, but maybe first introducing myself. I'm co-founder at Funding Box, and I would like to share some quick words about our organization with you. So at Funding Box, we are an European organization that is supporting innovation agents, mostly SMEs and startups, with access to funding, access to technology, and access to connections within the European ecosystem.
Maite, I'm sorry.
Yes?
I'm sorry. We didn't hear. We didn't see the presentation. If so, you're not sharing. Please, just could you share it again?
Okay, yeah. I will try again. Otherwise, maybe you can do it on your side.
No, just try
again,
because.
right?
You turn it on, then turn it off, so just try again.
I'm doing that right now. Can you see it or not?
Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, now everything is okay. Yeah, all great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for confirming. So yeah, I think I don't need to go back, just the quick facts about us, because maybe you know how do we give funding to companies is through projects like Seeds of Bravery, where we are supporting Ukrainian startups with cascade funding or funding coming from the European Commission for them to advance on their technologies and services. Or services like the one we are having with Diia for supporting European DIHs in becoming part of this European ecosystem. And these are some numbers that you can see our references. But now I will jump into the topic of the session of today, and it's our experience with the digital program. We are an active partner in this program, and we are participating in several projects. I was choosing some of them because still, if it's late for you to become a formal partner, I have identified some opportunities for you to benefit from these projects. One of them is called the Cloud Camp for SMEs project. This project is developing a set of trainings on cloud technology solutions. It is mostly addressed to business leaders and managers, and it's about providing them with the right skills and information for taking the decision if going cloud or not going cloud with their products or services. What is good on this kind of training courses that we are developing with our partners, like for instance, Amazon Web Services and other partners that you can see in this slide, is that even when they are not completely free, they are, just at the 10% of the real cost. So we are just one of the projects that are offering this kind of opportunities for improving your skills around digital technologies or digital solutions. I will present more in later slides. So if you are interested, there will be trainings available. The next edition will be on the 8th of May. And as I was mentioning, it's a good opportunity for you to assess how useful it would be for your company or business to use this kind of cloud services. The other one is an important project that we are partners in that is about putting together the National Coordination Centers on Cybersecurity. And yes, unfortunately, as Olga was commenting before me, you cannot directly benefit from this kind of programs yet. Okay, cybersecurity is right now more addressed to member states. But I wanted to mention this opportunity anyway, because we are gathering here in this project that is called KISD, many experts beside these national coordination centers, funding box that is responsible for launching open calls and attracting other member states that are not part of the initial consortium. But the good thing is that we are also having a working group where we are discussing with experts. We are asking for insights on how difficult it is right now to apply the current directive, right, for cybersecurity in Europe. But also there we are, welcoming you to better understand, okay, about your current challenges. And also I wanted to mention that we are going to organize an event in Brussels in October. We will circulate more info in the following weeks, where we want to gather this ecosystem, and that would be also a good opportunity for you to meet these experts and start somehow, making them more aware about your current challenges and how you can become a partner in future proposals whenever you are available to apply on the cybersecurity area. Another best practice that we have at Funding Box is on the EdTech area. So this project is called Empower ED and is composed of 11 partners. Key partners on this area. And the first activity that they are doing is to facilitate and to give more information about EdTech solutions in different levels. As you can see in my slide, it's a school level, high school, vocational training, where we want to foster the use of EdTech solutions. But the project also has a very important community building approach. So we are really mapping the ecosystem, who is very active on promoting EdTech solutions. And we are also trying to spot which are the hubs on EdTech startups. Because we want to attract them to our project, we want to provide some supporting services and technologies and solutions that we are also mapping. And for you to join us more formally, we have this role that is called supportive partner. So if you want to collaborate with us as supportive partner, we give you the possibility to organize some specific events toward your community. Also, we can give you more visibility, organize these exchanges with our experts. Again, I would look at this as an option for you to enter this EdTech ecosystem, to start connecting with those partners. And with that, you start your collaborations for maybe future young proposals. That was a quick summary of some of our best practices on digital program and how you can benefit from them. But of course, right, there are other opportunities from other projects, other big initiatives that you can also take profit. One of them was already mentioned several times, but still I cannot resist to mention again. And it's about the European Digital Innovation Hubs, because this is one of the most outstanding initiatives within Digital Europe. As it was mentioned, there's a big network in Europe of European Digital Innovation Hubs, where companies and public sector can make use of for testing the technology for the first time, having access to funding for financing that digital solutions, having the proper skills and trainings on how to adopt that solution, solution, and also having opportunities for connecting other stakeholders that will help them to grow in terms of open innovation or fostering the uptake of that technology. And you are already part of it. And there are some MEDIs in Ukraine that all the stakeholders can benefit from. There will be more on the new call as it was announced today, but really they are a very good initiative for you to get more familiar with Digital Europe program, but also for you to have more chances to benefit from their services and the digital solutions that are available for you. But it's not just about European DIHs. There's also another initiative that I find quite interesting for you, and it's called the Testing and Experimentation Facilities. This is focused on AI. It's about fostering the use of AI in Europe. And even when it can sound similar to European DIHs, is really different. So the goal of the testing and experimentation facilities is to support the development and the deployment of trustworthy AI. But in this case, we are more addressing the providers that are developing AI solutions. The idea with the devs is for them to test in a more real atmosphere, okay, their AI solutions, software and hardware solutions. And thanks to different big initiatives that we're building in Europe around AI for specific sectors or areas. So we have a tech for agri-food, another one for health topics, another one for manufacturing, smart cities, and very recently also on energy. How your companies can benefit from using these steps, they will have access to this testing environment. So it might be a very nice solution, but it's still very on a lab and very low TRLs. So you are really looking for testing, right? Like for instance, you have a robot that will help in hospitals, but of course, right, before implementing this in a hospital, you need to test it and test it and test it. And these steps will give those companies the opportunity. Also, they will have access to the technical support and data. Data are very relevant, right, for testing those solutions. And again, what is very important is the connection with the experts of the European ecosystem on the different sectoral domains. So don't underestimate your possibilities to connect with the available devs. I have included the links to their web pages and the opportunities for you to make use of their services. What about the digital skills? As most of you might know at this stage, reinforcing the digital capacities of our workforce is one of the priorities of digital program. You know that Europe has the challenge to create between 3 and 15 million new, well-prepared workforce on digital skills. We need to solve this challenge in a very short time. And that's why there are so many projects and initiatives. You can see on my slide a quick summary of the available projects that are the result of previous calls that are offering for you trainings like the one I was presenting. You see there Cloud Camp as one of the projects, but there are plenty of others where you can benefit from. So I have included a link in my presentation where you can go through and check, okay, this is something that might be of interest for me or not, and then you can apply. Before finalizing my quick summary and overview of digital opportunities for current projects, of course, I want to reflect on the upcoming opportunities. And I want to put myself on your shoes and reflecting on our experience and sharing with you some recommendations on, what can be some conclusions from our experience. Well, here I need to say that digital is not being an easy program for us. We are quite familiar with EU programs, and it's been a journey for us to understand and to navigate it and to properly benefit from it. It is important that you pay attention to this thing, okay? Digital is focused on deployment and adoption of existing digital technologies. It is not for research and development and even for innovation in lower TRLs, be careful with that, because sometimes we tend to think on the same kind of initiatives that we go for Horizon, and it's not the same. Deployment and adoption is the key thing. That's why also taking into account the third point that I'm going to share, that there's a specific co-funding requirement, right? In most of the cases, we need to co-fund with a 50% on our own. So, and also because it is about the deployment of the technology, it is very important that the topic that we apply for is aligned with your roadmap. It needs to be useful for your activities anyway, and that is where you will receive value. Otherwise, might not be of interest. Also, many calls are looking for a specific type of companies, and be special self-critical with yourself to decide if you are the type of company that the digital program is looking for, okay, in order to not be disappointed afterwards. It is very competitive. I'm very surprised with the success rate that your colleagues were sharing, and happy to see that. What we are seeing recently is that the level of competition is just increasing with the AI tools and the new countries adhering to the program. This competition is increasing and increasing and increasing. It is not a reason to do not apply. It's just the information for you to consider and for you to choose really the right opportunities for you to invest your time. And what I would do in your place? Well, the same things that we are doing at Funding Books, because we are very active and we, of course, are going to apply again with our partners. At this stage, we are all reading the draft of the working program. It is about to be published for the next 2 years. So we are looking at the topics by prioritizing, and we are deciding which are the ones that are more suitable for us. So be ready in advance, okay, for you to start moving your proposals, potential partners, and so on. And choose the priorities based on the recommendations maybe that I was sharing with you. Look at the edits as facilitators. As I was mentioning, one of their responsibilities is to support you in access to funding. And at this stage, they should be quite well aware of how digital is working, because they are beneficiaries, but also because it's part of their responsibility to support you in access to funding also to digital, okay? So I think they can be a very good connector, also because they are part of this European network with hundreds of European DIHs. So in terms of looking for partners or looking for best practices, they can be a very good access point. Anyway, my recommendation would be always looking for, expert partners, and normally do not try to coordinate at the beginning. That's very challenging. And one good way for you to start looking for those expert partners is through the initiatives that I was mentioning and some others, okay? So available projects that are creating working groups, supportive partners programs, focus groups, whatever, info days even. Join those experiences, and it's there where you will find the experts, and you will be able to exchange ideas and to showcase your capacities and your insights for potential new proposals. So really, all the time that you invest in creating new relationships will pay off, okay, when it's the moment of applying or being invited to new proposals. Of course, I don't want to underestimate the work, the enormous work of the national contact points. I saw a very good presentation today, and I saw that you have a very good supporting program. Make use of it. This is difficult, and any resource that you have at your disposal, make use of them, okay? And they also might circulate these drafts and other information regarding the program. I want to finalize with a positive message. You have a lot to offer to all the current partners. They are looking for fresh air. They are looking for your very good digital solutions. We are aware of how much you have been advancing on the last years, and also looking at those good success rates. I have no doubts that you can be a very good partner. We are here also as a potential partner. You can get in contact with me. And also, we have plenty of opportunities coming from our projects on our General Supportive Partners program that you can join, of course, for free and benefit from them. Thank you so much for your time, and I wish you a successful event there.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Maite, and thank you to the whole Funding Box team for their contribution for the establishment of European Digital Innovation Hubs in Ukraine. І зараз ми вже плавно переходимо якраз до блоку, який, як було анонсовано, буде присвячений.
And now we move to the module about European innovational digital hubs. These hubs are co-funded by the European Commissions, and they will have a chance to present themselves in the format of 5 minutes. It's like an elevator pitch, but it will give you a chance to share the information about available technologies, consortium, what this hub does, what are some of its specific and available opportunities both for hub clients and for their partners. After this module, the hubs who are awarded with a seal of excellence, so qualified as those who are eligible to join the network of digital innovative hubs, but unfortunately there wasn't enough funding back then. It's temporary, I hope, because as it was announced, we're waiting for the next calls for proposals, so they will have a chance to introduce themselves in the format of a panel discussion. So I think we can start with a presentation. Right now we will travel from east to west along with our hubs. For this purpose, we invite our Eastern European Digital Innovative Hub represented by Ms. Tina Smavzuk. Hello everyone, it's my pleasure to open this journey from east to west together, and it's my great pleasure to present Eastern Ukraine EDIH, whose mission is to support digital and green transformation in the key economic areas in the eastern part of Ukraine. So we not just support, but also drive the recovery of the eastern part of Ukraine, recovery of our economy, and everything related to economy. So why do we pursue this mission? First of all, because we witness great challenges we have right now due to this terrible war with the Russian Federation, which is still ongoing, but we also see opportunities created by the modern digital technologies for recovery and reconstruction in the new sense of this word. Therefore, the original outreach of our Eastern Ukraine EDIH is 5 regions in the eastern part of Ukraine: Sumy, Poltava, Dnipropetrovsk, Zaporizhia, and of course our heart, with the center, our core in Kharkiv, which according to the pre-war era statistics, these 5 regions in total accounted for almost 30% of the Ukrainian GDP. So according to the economic structure of the target regions we selected helped us to prioritize 4 key focuses of our hub: manufacturing, agriculture, energy industry, and smart cities. And we have a very wide technological portfolio which enables extensive opportunities of digitalization in these 4 key focus areas. First of all, we have a specialty in artificial intelligence and cybersecurity. We have very strong competences. And as a state-of-art Industry 4.0 digital technologies, which are crucial for digitalization. Like all European Digital Innovation Hub, we work within the general framework of 4 key areas of service provision in support of digital transformation. And as part of these 4 classic areas, we have built a toolkit, a set of specific services we offer to businesses, we offer to clients or NGOs that come to our hub in order to support them on a journey towards digital transformation since the very beginning. We support development of the digital transformation strategies. We support them at the competence development stage, scaling up stage, and sustainable development of their digital capacity in the friendly ecosystem. Our plan for 2025 are ambitious and shown on the slide. Here you see some of the specific services we plan to deliver in 4 key areas. and the expected quantity of such services. In December 2024, we had a public EDIH launch event, and we already have some clients who are knocking on our door, who are sincerely interested and willing to get access to services. And we have very strong competence, complementary consortium which is willing to provide such services together with external support ecosystem we're building together in order to build our capacity. So we're open for inquiries from our partners, and we're open to build partnerships with EDIH and other stakeholders. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you, Lina. Thank you, Lina. I always keep telling that Kharkiv is a real fortress, and right now it's also a fortress in innovations and digitalization. I think you can hear me well. Okay, now you will hear me even better. So let's now travel to our capital and the next hub. And when I saw a name of this hub back during the selection stage, I thought it had a very high chance of success. So our next presenter, Ms. Elena Voroshilova from Vintuidich hub. Hello, dear colleagues, dear partners, representatives of our target SME audience, startups, public sector representatives, and business community. I would like to start my brief pitch deck today with a statement, with announcement that on the 1st of January, Vintuidich, European Digital Innovation Hub, was launched. The purpose of this hub is to support our target audience through improving their digital maturity and facilitation their movement towards digital economy. The special feature of this hub, it's based on the name. It's a win-win approach. The idea is that all participants of our project get a win-win result. It's applicable to our partners who are sharing their experience and build new partnership. And of course, we focus on our target audience, SME, startups, public sector representatives, businesses, and we help them to build skill, knowledge, and expertise, and offer opportunity to improve their digital maturity. It's also true for stakeholders of the Digital Europe program, because the purpose behind this program are a foundation of our hub's operations. As for the composition of our consortium, just give me 1 minute, please. For some reason it doesn't work. So the composition of our consortium is quite diverse. And of course, it's based on representatives of the educational component. In our case, it's Kyiv National Economic University, named after Vadim Hetman, our coordinator, Zhytomyr Polytechnical University, Chernihiv Polytechnical University, representatives of startup ecosystem, YEP Accelerator, Vacuum Deep Tech Accelerator, and Ukrainian Startup Foundation, which I represent today on behalf of the hub, which basically personifies startup ecosystems, and on the other hand acts as a representative of the governmental institution. As for our geographic coverage, we are mostly present in northern and central parts of Ukraine, Chernihiv, Zhytomyr, and Kyiv regions, and Zhytomyr, Chernihiv, and Kyiv cities. By the way, our offline headquarters is at the Union City, because we believe that Union City is the main innovative hub of Ukraine. So the key activities of our hub revolve around industries and technologies, with a breakdown by industries. And here it's very important to emphasize that we focus as much as possible on production, recycling, energy industry, healthcare, food industry, education, smart mobility, and smart factories. Some of the technologies we plan to implement and deepen to research and generate skills is robotics, artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, everything related to the high-performance calculations, digital skills, etc. On this slide, you see some very interesting information. It reflects our approach to operation of the hub, and namely our so-called client, so-called customer journey. Here we have onboarding and introduction, assessment of digital maturity and needs assessment required to develop a kind of a roadmap, a very individual customized plan with a list of services that are relevant for this particular client. And then, based on the provision of such services, we do the assessment of how the digital maturity of a client improved, deepened, and we also develop a number of recommendations on how to maintain the knowledge received and how to properly apply them in practice, which is also similarly important. Some of the key competences and services we offer are based on 4 context combinations: support to find investment track. This is a track where we focus on development of training skills, and of course it's networking and cross-border cooperation with our foreign partners. So the consortium has already prepared a roadmap for these 4 tracks, which includes a list of our plans, which we are planning to implement. As part of this tracks, Start, Invest, Test Before Invest, we're planning to facilitate this year, and we have actually already started implementation of it. Assessment of digital maturity for 250 clients of our digital hub. Based on the results of this assessment, we will develop a roadmap for our clients. We will conduct hackathons with their participation, and we will support our clients with testing and validation of their technological software and hardware solutions. As for support to find investment track, we have a number of demo days, launch of startup schools at Чернігів Polytechnical University, a list of webinars and workshops focused on financial tools, instruments, and opportunities for raising international funding. So the capacity building and qualification training is a track based on group trainings, which will cover various topics, ranging from the use of artificial intelligence tools and up to ensuring digital and cybersecurity. So it's quite a wide range of issues to be covered here, and we plan a very interesting course of trainings. Then networking and cross-border cooperation. It's a key aspect of our hub activities. It will include facilitation of conferences, peer-to-peer meetings in various cities of Europe. Please pay attention. One of the events was already organized in Warsaw, and we are really proud by the number of participants that were engaged to this event. Then it's also workshops on attracting funding, deep tech project, implementation of deep tech projects, and many other. And just to wrap up my very brief presentation, I can encourage you to follow our social media profiles and follow our announcement by subscribing to our pages using this QR code. Thank you so much. Thank you, Elena. So it's win-win Edich. And in order to cover, and probably one hub is not enough to meet the needs of the capital city, so I'm happy to invite a representative of another hub, another representative of Kiev. It's National Ukrainian Edich, Ms. Irina Fesenko, please. But I want just to make it clear since the very beginning, we don't represent Kiev region, we represent Central Ukrainian region. I think it's clear based on our name, and it was something we submitted as part of our application, and we actually focus on operation in the central regions of Ukraine, not just Kiev. Kiev is a part of it, but it's not our main region. So Central Ukrainian hub is focused on supporting some of the key components. Digital transformation of small and medium businesses and startups. We are also going to pay a great deal of attention to the development of energy independence, utilization of state-of-art novel technologies. And the next item on our agenda is capacity building. If you take a look at our consortium consists of 6 core partners, and we have 2 associated partners as well. The coordinator of our consortium is the Institute of Physics under the National Academy of Science. We have very powerful universities such as Dnipro Polytechnical University, Poltava Polytechnical University, very powerful business partner, Ukrainian Chamber of Trade and Industry, Commerce and Industry, Ukrainian cluster of automobiles and machinery building, and the Dnipro community. Our consortium is built based on the complementarity principle. Basically, we have done our best to engage partners representing various areas so they can contribute their unique knowledge and experience, the many years of their experience on the market to the consortium, and the complementarity principle is at the very heart of our organization. We have 2 associated partners. This is the Ministry of Energy of Ukraine. Why them? Well, it's simple. Because they play a very important role in this area. We believe they are truly essential for Ukrainian companies, especially amidst the war. Development of energy dependence is a crucial need of our partner businesses, as well as improvement of energy efficiency of enterprises. Right now, we have many complementary projects focused around this topic. Maybe you've already heard about it, but we're also involved in so-called energy vouchers, which we provide in amount of 10,000 euros to Ukrainian SMEs that may and must improve their energy efficiency. These vouchers can be spent on procurement of various equipment. It can be solar panels, generators, etc.
If we consider the main region that we cover, we work in 3 main regions for us: Kyiv, Poltava, Dnipro, but we also cover Cherkasy, Kirovohrad, Vinnytsia, Mykolaiv, and Odessa regions. So we work in central regions of Ukraine. So now speaking about the services, as all the hubs, we provide 4 key services, and all of our strategies are aimed at implementing those services. We started our work as planned in our grant agreement in January this year, so we started a bit later because we believed that we would start in early 2025. We had the initial meeting in Dnipro Polytechnic, and also we already organized an IT forum in Dnipro Polytechnic as well, and now we are mapping the services that we are going to provide, as well as the clients and client base, and that in those regions to understand who are going to be our priority partners. Speaking about the areas of our work, the 3 ones that are main one are ICT, AI, as mentioned several times today, that's also energy and energy efficiency of SMEs. And also we pay a lot of attention to development of innovations in Ukraine. And we have a cluster also that is aimed at the manufacturing sector. Now, we have already held several events in January, and together with the German hub, we are planning an event for May, where Ukrainian enterprises will have a chance to visit fair metaverse. Some Ukrainian enterprises will be selected to go there to attend to the event, and then we develop the so-called discovery tour for them. they will be able to visit the hubs there in that land in Germany, and also they will have the opportunity to, well, they will have available a list of meetings in the companies where they can conduct matchmaking. The second event that we are planning, Digital BV Summit, we also are going to hold it with a German partner. We are now discussing details, and hopefully as soon as possible we will start registration for those two events to select the respective Ukrainian enterprises. This is very briefly about Central Ukraine Hub. We are open to working with all the organizations, with the hubs in Ukraine, not only in Ukraine, of course, also with our European partners, and we have already started this cooperation, and thank you for your attention. Thank you, Olena. That was Central Ukrainian Digital Innovation Hub, which covers an extensive territory of the in Ukraine, especially the central part, and they have a lot of services that can be offered to the private and public sector. And we move on towards the west. The next speaker is a representative of Polydig, and this is Miss Vita Buchachuk. Hello, dear colleagues. Today I represent Policy Innovation Digital Hub. The goal of our hub is to deepen digital transformation in Policy region. Partners of the consortium are 4 enterprises of ITM industry group. These enterprises are focused on automation of production processes in line with EU standards, and they added another function. This is safe automation, which we'll implement in our hub. Also, our partner is state, the Space Exploration Agency, Zhytomyr City Administration, SRI enterprise that help us to implement the project. The geographic coverage includes Zhytomyr, Chernihiv, Kyiv, Rivne, and Volyn regions. Our hub specializes in enhancing efficiency of processes of management based on precise geodata, increased efficiency of enterprises with GPS and automation. We provide quality services for public and private partners, and also automation services for small and medium enterprises. In the project, within the project, we have 5 work packages that we are supposed to implement. All these packages were launched when our hub was opened. First is coordination and management of projects. This is full-fledged launch of the hub. Then communication and dissemination, holding forums based on Polisia Polytechnic University. We have held 2. Then digital and geoinformation support and monitoring of the environment, educational advisory and financial services and supporting them, and the network and cooperation. In the framework of the work package, we held a full-scale launch of this work, and you can see the algorithm that explains how this hub is going to operate further. Work package 2, communication and dissemination, we have already held 2 fora. One is digital agro, and the second one for automation, which included all enterprises of Zhytomyr region that specialize in automation and implementation of the innovations available in European market for safe automation. Digital services that we are supposed to provide. 4 packages of services will be developed: agriculture, local government, environment, and forestry. Currently, we have already developed them for testing, and they will be implemented during the next 2 months. We will hold an awareness-raising campaign for our stakeholders and interested enterprises, and what we are going to present, how we are going to do that, and who we are going to train. Education services, 4 packages of test services, and involving 20 clients to test them in the next 4 months. And in the framework of Work Package 5, network and cooperation, we are signing cooperation agreements with all Ukrainian hubs, and we already have 1 signed. And I believe that in the next months we will develop cooperation with all. We look forward to cooperation. And in the framework of our activities, we focus on the following challenges and the main steps that we are supposed to undertake. We are developing the team. We are launching the hub and testing the services. Then we will roll it out to the region. We will provide for massive nature of services, sustainability aspects, coverage of other regions, and these are the main challenges that we are going to deal with, looking for a stable number of clients, providing for massive coverage by services, mitigation of impact of the war, and increased transparency and involving the public. Our contact information, how you can find us on social media, you see it here. We have a website where we are going to present all the information for our hub, and also you will have access to information about the services, about the training courses that are going to be held in the framework of automation and GIS technologies. Thank you. That was Diia. And now we are inviting our last hub so far. Basically, that was one of the first hubs that joined the network of European digital innovation hubs. Ms. Oksana Zakharkiewicz. Hello, colleagues. I believe that everyone knows me by now, because all of us now have been acquainted for about 1 year. This is 1 year since we started operating. So our hub is probably one of the smallest ones, but we are very active. And why we are so small? Because we are very much focused on one of the sectors, and this is fashion, sewing, and machine building. We are also small because we have only 4 partners in the consortium. Khmelnytsky National University, which I represent, which coordinates the project. Astar NGO, they are our communication partner. And 2 CSOs, 2 representatives of IT community and of fashion industry. This is Podilsky Fashion Cluster. All of us together, we are working in the framework of the hub. At the beginning, we announced that we would only cover Khmelnytsky region, but we've been working since the 1st of November last year for more than 4 months now, and now we see that the customers of our services, people with whom we've been working and we've had contracts with them, so that goes far beyond Khmelnytsky region. We see that in the next 4 years we are going to work to cover the western part of Ukraine, from the center to the western border, with the special emphasis on Khmelnytsky region. So what we are focused on? Frankly speaking, in the fashion industry, we need the digital skills, we need people who have those skills, and thus it is important to disseminate information about this knowledge. In particular, there are we require this popular VR and AR technologies. This is what we teach, what we try to convey to others and implement in the production process. We work with AI and cybersecurity as well. Our plans, some of them have already been implemented. Actually, on the left part of the slide, you can see the photos that explain what we have already done in the 4 months. We have participated in Kyiv Fashion. This is the international exhibition that brings together our target audience from all over Ukraine. We held a workshop from our hub, and we had a stand there where more than 5,000 representatives of SMEs participated, those who work in this sector, in the light industry. So we are planning to develop this area. We will participate in Kyiv Fashion in summer. We will bring together at least 5,000 audience. In spring, we are planning a roundtable. This is digital technologies in textile industry. This is going to be the meeting where it will be possible to discuss key challenges and issues, and this will be done and these challenges will be addressed in autumn in hackathon, where there will be teams representing the 2 sectors that we cover. And also, we have already had 65 people who have graduated our training course. In autumn, we plan a new recruitment process. So by the end of the year, our KPI of 2 groups of graduates, 25 people each, will be achieved. Also, we have recruited people for the training in the field of machinery building. So these are our key plans. I do not speak about Test Before Invest. We are working on that. I haven't mentioned a lot about involvement of financial investments. Usually for us, this is about grant applications involving into international consortia. We are working there. We have some clients there. And also our clients who have used services of our hub. Hopefully there will be more of them by the end of the month. And this is our contact information, a lot of information. And as you know, usually if there is just one person, it's hard to reach them. So we have a lot of channels. There's a social media, our website, and it will be great if you reach us. You are very much welcome to attend our events. Thank you, Oksana. That was Kota Hub, innovative technological solutions for textile industry. And this is it for presentations, and I believe that we can once again give a round of applause to all the participants for their inspiring presentations. I hope that you have taken note of the contact information. Otherwise, we will disseminate this information and you will be able to contact us directly. So now let me explain the panel discussion that we are preparing, almost ready for that. And since we have these chairs here, we can invite the speakers. And the first one is going to be the moderator of this panel discussion, project advisor for GIZ Digital Transformation for Small and Medium Enterprises in Eastern Partnership, Irina Farina. And of course, the participants. United Hub Coordinator Evgenia Bespalova, Kyiv High-Tech EDIH Coordinator Alexander Yurchuk, and Coordinator from our Zaporizhia hub, Ruslan Kulikovsky. Hello, colleagues and dear friends. Today, we continue speaking about digital transformation. As you can see, this sounds very impressive and serious, but this is basically about all of us. So today, we have a unique opportunity to meet these outstanding hubs, and now we will hear more about 3 incredible hubs that have the status of European digital innovation hubs. And just as the previous hubs, they are superheroes in the world of digital solutions. Each of them helps businesses become stronger and more competitive. So we start with this introduction. And the first question, I invite you to take the microphone and please comment who members of your consortium are and which regions do you cover. Hello, dear colleagues. I represent Zaporizhia hub. So our consortium includes currently four entities. That's Zaporizhia Polytechnic, and Zaporizhia Chamber of Commerce, which includes more than 200 participants. Next one, associated partner who recently joined our hub, and this is Institute for Exploration of Cyber Threats. Maybe you heard recently they conducted this interesting cybersecurity forum. And another participant who has also been our long-standing partner, this is local Zaporizhia cluster, engineering, automation, and machine building. Thank you, Alexander. Hello, Kyiv High Tech. Well, we rather obviously cover Kyiv and Kyiv region. This is a large consortium, 9 participants, Ukrainian cluster, the alliance. I'm head of the alliance. We are the National Alliance of Clusters. So 2 digital innovation hubs first appeared in 2021 on Kyiv Polytechnic, second one in. So that includes IT Enterprise, Kyiv City Administration, the Center for Development of Innovation in Kyiv, and Digital Transformation Institute, the agency to develop innovation.
Hello, everyone. So, our friendly team of European Digital Innovation Hub includes 17 partners. We have the co-coordinator. So this is the largest innovation park in Europe, Union City. So we operate in 7 regions, and the first region is the city of Kyiv, where Union City is located. The second one is Kharkiv, where Union City also used to operate before it was hit, before the full-scale invasion started. So our regions include Kyiv region, Zhytomyr, Cherkasy, Poltava, Kharkiv, and Dnipropetrovsk regions. We have 17 partners, 17 organizations, which are moderated by Union City. We have Social Boost joining us. They launched accelerators, incubators, and other projects for businesses. It's also Go Internet initiative, which organizes the largest IT competition and conducts the largest number of hackathons both in Ukraine and abroad. The Center of Creative Economy Development, which conducts the largest number of business events in Ukraine. And it's also a number of universities and educational establishments. I won't name everyone. I will just limit myself to most important partners. Aviation University, the first Defense Tech University, Kharkiv Polytechnical University, Kyivo-Mogilянska Academia, and 2 more polytechnical universities, Dnipropetrovsk Polytechnical University and Poltava Polytechnical University. We really like technical colleges, and we are also organizing the very first summit of Polytechnical University in Ukraine. It will take place in Kiev, and Polytechnical University from all European countries will come to visit it also. You see, you have a very powerful team and very extensive geographical outreach, like a real digital map of Ukraine. So let us move on. Now let us talk about the superpowers of your hub. So how does your SME support different from everyone else? What's your special feature, Ruslan? So when we were deciding on our specialization, first of all, we took a look at our capacities. And we focused also on the smart specialization of region. Historically, it happens that our university is called Machine Building Institute. So the first historical specialty of our establishment is machine building. We also have a very powerful AI school. It's also our special feature. We will continue working in this area, of course. And also, we need to clearly understand that our establishment is open. It's an open space. We are driven by the needs of our clients. We invite them to our laboratories, where they have a chance to do research together with us. It's a separate element, very special element. We always emphasize it. And in addition to it, right now, we're also building a separate space as part of our university, ZEP EDIH. So it's going to be a very special space. I will provide more details later. Incredible space, I'm sure. Alexandra, please. I think our special feature is a focus on Industry 4.0. And right now, we're even talking about Industry 5.0. We have the Association of Industrial Automation Enterprises. It has focused on the Industry 4.0 for many number of years. We have Industrial Association. We have around 30 lead developers and integrators, key vendors, over 60 participants in total. And the PAU is a founder of Ukrainian cluster, as part of which runs 6 clusters in Kiev region. So first of all, we have very powerful cluster industrial associations which are focused on industrial markets and are affiliated with the Industry 4.0. Now our next special feature is 2 research and development institutes, Kiev Polytechnical University, which doesn't require any other introduction, and it's basically a window to the network of research and development institutes under the edges of the Academy of Science, and these institutes provide services to the SMEs. We have accumulated a great deal of experience, and I think in 2024, 2023, we had around 100 of partners, small and medium enterprises we shared experience with. So experience and industrial clusters. Okay, amazing. Evgenia. Well, I think I should focus on 4 key points, because it's very difficult to list all 17 partner organizations out of them. But anyway, out of them, 70% constantly work with the small and medium enterprises. And our distinguished feature, well, I think we have something which is really difficult to recreate. It's its existence, availability of a large campus, which is about to grow to 45 hectares, a space for events, for networking, space for lease, space for operations. This space will help us to come together and to work offline, which we believe to be very important. It's a unique feature, and we mentioned several times that we are willing to share it. We invite other digital hubs to be our guest. For example, SIF is also operating with Union City. We are open. Please come to visit us. So this is the first thing. Our second unique feature is availability of a largest technical expert base in the region. Technical leaders who lead product teams, startup service companies, we develop the community of technical leaders, and we conduct various forms of IT competitions. Therefore, we have a large base of over 500 experts of the highest levels in various areas, from DevOps to AI engineers, who are physically based either in Ukraine or in other CIR countries. And we can also engage other countries and even other continents. So this is a space we use, and we encourage you to use it as well. This is an incredible resource, a huge base of loyal and committed experts. And then the next point, it's access to large businesses. What do I mean by it? I'm talking about Creative Economy Center. Creative Economy Center organizes Kiev Economic Forum. They organize a series of training, and very often, in order to work, very often this access is very useful for small and medium business, for knowledge and experience share, for networking, for rising investments, and we are in a good capacity to do this kind of collaborations. It's very easy for us, and actually this is the reason we partner with this organization. They probably has one of the best experience in building and implementation of projects for large businesses. And finally, my fourth point, just to wrap up, we have huge educational capacity. We partner not just with dozens of well-known establishments which have worked in Ukrainian higher education for dozens of years. Right now, they are also undergoing transformation, but we also have educational programs such as SET University. This is a university which launched quite recently, but they have already started a number of programs, including master programs on big data, on AI, and in other areas very important for our technological innovation. So I think that's it from me, because I understand that our time is limited. Actually, it's very exciting, and I really like the fact that your hubs not just they teach businesses how to make their tools really smart. My next question will be a bit more serious. And now I will kindly ask name 3 main challenges small and medium businesses are facing in course of the digital transformation, and how can your hub support them with overcoming these challenges? Ruslan, well, we talk about the Zaporizhzhia region in general, Kherson region. I think everyone could understand these challenges. It's enough for me just to tell you the name of these regions. I will share with you some of the situations we have faced as educators. It's true for both educational establishments and small and medium enterprises. It's, for example, it's limited access to leading digital companies. Sometimes they ask, where are you from? We are from Zaporizhzhia. Well, unfortunately, it's prohibited for us to operate in this area. It's a great challenge with extreme implications, low investment attractiveness of our regions. And so when we do it, when we create innovation hub, we are clearly aware of it. Therefore, along with our businesses, we're trying to overcome this challenge. And we have a partner, the Chamber of Commerce and Industry. And it combines a lot of factors, a lot of issues we're trying to address together. Just let me reiterate itself. It's a specific nature of our region. Okay, I see. Thank you, Alexander. Thank you so much for your question. It's truly important indeed. And yes, I agree with my colleague from Zaporizhzhia. And back then, well, we proactively work with Zaporizhzhia. These regions indeed are in a very special situation, and we strongly support them. We always tell them, hold on, because your situation is very special. But in general, right now, Ukrainian SME market is very fragmented, and this fragmentation is only growing. And it's difficult to talk about similar challenges. Well, traditionally, when we talk about SME challenges, first of all, it's probably low digital culture, low level of digital maturity. It's something which makes SME very different. We work at the level of our association with large holdings, such as the Tech, Metinvest, And of course, they have their own digital transformation programs, they have their courses, they have their goals. But in SME situation, it's very difficult. Often people just don't understand why do I need it, especially now when we try to promote AI or cybersecurity. Unfortunately, these things are quite distant from them, seem quite distant to them, and it's a challenge. Second challenge is a lack of human resources. And even if, okay, we offer to train you, but whom to train? Because the digital transformation requires at least some minimal organizational structure, number of staff, availability of qualified engineers, etc. But we talk about SMEs, especially small businesses. The situation is very different. And the third challenge is the lack of financial tools, because in order to launch any digital services, offer something in Ukraine, there is a real lack of financial instruments for industry. So how to support this digital transformation for SMEs? It's a good question. Okay, and it's very good that we have used it. We have our hubs. Hubs, yes, I agree. And next speaker, please. If we talk about the core challenges for small and medium businesses, then I agree. Challenges in the Kharkiv and Dnipro region are quite obvious. I'm not even going to talk about them. But right now, my answer will be really unexpected and surprising. I think you don't expect it. I want to talk not about challenges faced by businesses, but I want to name one challenge we create for small and medium businesses. So what this challenge is? Recently, there was a large cybersecurity forum. We discussed various cyber threats. And right now, we actually actively work with specialized committees and organizations. So one of the most important challenges is transformation from enemy software. We work on the draft law. I really hope it will be approved. But Ukrainian businesses are using enemy software. Sometimes some are aware, but some not. But, some companies like S24C, they're changing their brand. But it's something which is risky, both for them and for any other businesses. Therefore, one of our top priorities right now is to help the businesses on how you can easily transition. It's easier for small and medium businesses. So how to transition easily and smoothly. And our job is to support development of Ukrainian technological ecosystem, which provides very high quality products to replace enemy software. Amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for raising such important issues. So we can basically summarize the discussion and say that our hubs, you basically act as a GPS navigator for a business. You help them to navigate on their journey towards a digital transformation. And you're helping not just to pick the route, but also to drive by all traffic jams and road pits. But now let's take a look into the future. What are some initiatives, some events that you're planning to conduct in the nearest future? Ruslan? Well, I think it's the easiest question for us because we set KPIs for us, we perform it, we report ourselves, we are fully independent and autonomous. And we put KPIs for us last year. We had the forum Skills of the Future, and one of the components of this forum was digital skills, general awareness of our clients, of our customers. We are partners. We always invite partners from Zaporizhia region. Small, medium businesses also took part. Recently, we facilitated a presentation of our hub at Zaporizhia Local Business Council, so we are visible. People know about us. We got into mass media, and right now we're also building a physical space. And as for some other events, some of the activities are already being implemented. It's development of educational programs, short-term and long-term and mid-term courses, and we specifically focus on AI courses based on specific specializations. Another track is cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is of utmost importance for our small and medium businesses. And here we try to promote this track, promote this area. We offer some brief courses which take just 2 to 5 hours, or more long-term specialized courses. It's completely different track, and we are going to focus on it this year. Alexandra? Well, traditionally, we continue our Industry 4.0 course. We also have a manifesto on transition to 5.0, and we promote this concept. Actually, the day before yesterday, we had a two-day conference with our European partners. It was a hybrid online and offline event, and the second day was focused on KPI. And we also proactively engage our developers, integrators, customers, and we try to see how we can transition to this novel concept. And here we are doing our best to bring together our capacities and resources in defense area. Also, European 5.0 concept is mostly focused on dual transition, digital and green transition. We try to convince European partners that Ukraine has a slightly different situation, so safety and security is also an important priority. And we are doing a lot of experience. We have our special dual purpose technology knowledge hub, so we try to integrate various approaches, attitudes. And frankly speaking, Miltech is a main driver of digital development. And for defense, we had a cluster for defense conference in January, and we also had a chance to present the outcomes of our clusters and our edicts. We also work a lot on creation of efficient model for our edict, and it's not something obvious. I don't even know how other consortiums are going to address it, but creation of a service model based on university is something which is really not obvious. So right now we're having many meetings, many negotiations with the Kyiv Polytechnical University, with Economic University, on how we can bring together this expert force and create this efficient model for role model.
And also, we are going to organize a promotional activity at Kyiv International Industry Forum. In late May, we are going to conduct the so-called Digital Factory, where we will introduce our hubs, our partners, so please join us. We provide a lot of various services and also, paid, unpaid services for SMEs. And the range is so wide that it ranges basically from a dynamic pipe to search for venture investments for startups, for SMEs. So maybe let me mention just two cases, two examples for us to see that it's possible to engage, that these are interesting stories. We are going to hold a forum, Industrial Evolution, Production Activates Economy. We will show it to the producers, how industrial processes could be transformed to save a lot of money due to innovations. It will be held in Bieletsakwa, based on the facilities of our friendly park in Bieletsakwa, where there are producers who use various innovations, and we invite producers to join the forum. Key Forum for Economics has started registration for the training in economics for SMEs. There will be 1,000 vacancies for people all over Ukraine, and the training will be in Ukrainian and English. Interpretation will be provided, so it will be about microeconomy, about unit economy, so that small and medium businesses could develop in that area. So these are the two examples that are most relevant, that are open for participation. One is has limited number of participating producers. The other one is not, and the training will last for several months. Thank you for this ambitious plans. And now, of course, we have a lot of interesting events in the pipeline, and of course that makes it possible to make digital transformation not only helpful but also competitive and interesting. And we are running out of time, but not of our capacities and opportunities. I'm grateful to the speakers for interesting comments. We see that digital transformation and everything around that, that's not just about words, but that's about solutions that help businesses grow, develop, and keep in line with the trends. So digital transformation, it is like installing a new application on your smartphone. First, it seems to you that it is too confusing, but as soon as you understand how it works, you can hardly imagine how you even lived without it before. So, dear friends, representatives of SMEs, do use these opportunities, services of our superheroes, European Digital Innovation Hubs in Ukraine. I wish you all easy entry into the world of digital opportunities and successful solutions on this journey. And here we are almost ready to wrap up. We will also proceed with informal communication, which is going to start in a couple of minutes. Hopefully, this event will catalyze new partnerships, new projects. And I know that here we have our GIZ colleagues and representatives of other donor organizations. Some are online with us, so do pay attention to digital hubs. They can be good partners, and all together we can head towards the digital future. So thank you, dear participants, staying with us here today, following the broadcast. Thank you so much for your participation, and we will keep you informed. We will come up with a lot of other interesting events and activities. So let me just once again ask you to give us a round of applause to all organizers of this event and to all of you. Thank you so much, and you are very much welcome to proceed with informal communication.